You're listening to the sweet, smooth sounds of improvised TED Talks. The presenter has never seen the slides he is about to use because they were created by someone else. Someone who may be trying to throw them under the bus. The title and topic of the presentation, taken from suggestions in the comments by viewers like you. Is the presenter an expert on the given topic? Absolutely not. But they're pretty good at improvising.
I just want to start by thanking everybody for being here today. I know you have a lot of options. Thank you for flying Southwest. Our in-flight video today is going to be a little bit different. It is my last shift. Spirit Airlines has fired me.
And this is your manifesto, apparently?
And so this is just something that I really think needs to get out there. And I think will probably help you in the event of a crash more than any of the other crap. Okay? So go, sir, next slide.
Yes.
So, the year it all began, 1789. Korea becomes a country. Unified. One Korea. No North and South, no East and Southwest. Just one Korea. Okay? And when was music invented? Also 1789. It was just a natural growth and progression of these two beautiful things arising in the same period. Next slide, please. Now, when music was invented, Korea saw this as an opportunity, okay? Now, most of the progress that has been made past the 14th century, we've just been standing on the shoulders of giants, kind of like we see here. K-pop was something new, something incredible, and something that I don't think a lot of people realize changed the world as we had never seen it before. The Industrial Revolution, the French Revolution, all products of the K-pop craze. Next slide. Now, I'll be honest, those first couple years of K-pop were pretty rough. Okay? A lot of people didn't like it. A lot of people were questioning, is this actually music, or is this just a whole bunch of tiny teenagers dancing around on stage? And you know, there was a very simple solution to all those naysayers. Execution. Which is exactly how K-pop executed the next phase of this beautiful genre. Next slide. So, you may not realize this, but at least 17,000 modern-day artists got their beginnings in K-pop. Michael Jackson, his full title is the King of K-pop. Elvis, Nirvana, the Beatles, and obviously some of these bands include more than one people, and so it kind of inflates the number. But some of the greatest minds of our time has K-pop to thank for leading the way and opening the hearts, minds, and ears of the modern music listener. Because before this point, we were just listening to, lyres and drums. K-pop is where we really got into some sick beats. Next slide, please. Two of the biggest influences or modern examples of K-pops, Napoleon Bonaparte obviously history is told by the victors, and in the long term, Napoleon didn't win, but he actually expanded the K-pop, French K-pop, to a lot of the Eastern
French
Europe.
K-pop, a mouthful. It's just a bouquet.
It's bonjour. It's beaucoup. Okay, and the Smurfs, or what we like to call the Blue Man Group. Okay, K-pop has never been stronger in the Americas and in France. Okay, the K in K-pop, a lot of people argue, stands for Constitution, and in this case, the American Constitution. Next slide. Now, Pierre Victorien Vanguard, the one of the first composers of K-pop and choreographers, I might add, always said that there is a reason to fear that the revolution may, like Saturn, devour each of our children one by one. Because if you think about it, the cultural revolution that was K-pop starts with the youth, okay? This was a counterculture kind of revolution like the 70s, okay? It was the youths that were progressing this glorious, these sick beats, okay? Next slide. So here we just have a quick demographic of the people that listen to K-pop. 28% peasantry, that makes a lot of sense. 31% working class, 14%. You'll notice that kind of as we get to higher incomes, people start to pull away from K-pop, but it just shows that this movement really resonated with the proletariat masses. Okay. The Bolshevik Revolution also began with K-pop. Next slide, please. Georges Jacques Danton really revolutionized the dance moves for K-pops. It was after this and after his influence that K-pop choreography showed the heads of its artists. Well, yeah, because before then it was, people were wearing masks, bags over their head. But really, once you started seeing the artists, there was a lot more connection with those working class individuals, and you could see that they were just like you. Next slide, please. So, in conclusion, Jinsol and Kim Lip should be a couple. Okay. Also, there are several marked exits on this. You should know those just in case. The tray table will do nothing. You know how to use a seatbelt. Just throwing that in there. Snacks are coming. But also, K-pop is not just a fad. It has been here for centuries. It is a staple of the musical industry, and it will remain and last as it continues to evolve with these new groups. Next slide. Viva la K-pop. Thank you.
Wow.
And yes, you can fly the plane. I don't care. I am getting fired today.
Wild framing there.